So I'm Bierd, is my name, and I started learning Welsh properly. Why did I start learning Welsh? That's a really good question. I've been teaching Welsh for 10 years now. I learned Welsh. You can see, I don't have a Welsh accent, do I? So I learned Welsh originally. I come from Birmingham originally. And I've been learning Welsh for 25 years. And I'll probably carry on learning it. I think I learn every day. We're going to have a little bit of fun, and it's quite relaxed today, hopefully. We're going to do introductions. I'll introduce myself. I'm not going to make you speak up. I'm just looking around now. I think I'm going to put a quiz in. I'm actually going to put a quiz in at a different time to what I've said. We're going to concentrate on pronunciation. And I think it's one of the most important things. I don't think you can teach that too many times. As a child, I always used to listen to Welsh children when I came to Llanfairfechan every year with my family. And then when I eventually came to live in North Wales, I'd lived here a little while, and in the 80s I started learning Welsh with Ulpan courses. So they were run by Elwyn Hughes, the maestro. When we're saying I am somebody, an dwi, an dwi. So dwi is I am, it's the other way around to the way we say it, okay? So, an dwi. Da iawn, fantastic, you're speaking Welsh already. So, we're going to look at the alphabet. It's a very different alphabet. I've got some handy cards here. The good news about the alphabet is it's phonetic. So I don't know if anyone's old enough to remember the alphabet. We used to learn it as a, b, k, d, and then we also learnt the other one, A, B, C as well. But it literally, once you know the alphabet, you can say anything in Welsh. But we kind of slip into some bad habits, so we're going to hopefully have a little bit of fun with this. Before you do it, can I ask you to talk to the person next to you, what your name is, and why you want to learn Welsh, and if you've ever had any experience of Welsh? Yeah, so o'n i'n teimlo odd heb siarad Cymraeg, deud y wir, achos yn naturiol, pan dwi yn Sbaen, dwi eisiau dysgu dipyn bach o Sbanieg. Yn Barcelona, dwi eisiau siarad dipyn bach o Catalan. So dyna fi. Dwi'n mwynhau dysgu dipyn bach. Mae hwn yn helpu. Ac so dyna pam nes I ddechrau. A dwi'n cofio tro cyntar y cymdogion Cymraeg yn gofyn cwestiwn Cymraeg I mi. Ond nhw'n dweud bod y da, a mae'n braf. A nes I ateb, yndi, tydi, a maen nhw'n chwedyn. Maen nhw'n, mae'n siarad Cymraeg. So, mae hwn yn neis. Gen I ffrindiau y cymdogion a roedden nhw a nathon nhw cefnogi fi siarad Cymraeg. We'll do a bit of this now, and we're going to have a bit more of a chat in the coffee break. So we're going to go through the alphabet. A wyddor, the alphabet. Can you see it? Or should I get them out? I can get them out if you want me to. You can see, I will get them out and walk around with them even maybe. Go crazy. Okay, so you don't really have to worry about, that one, too much. Again, because it's phonetic, it's a. It doesn't change like English to R. It can go a little bit longer. You know when you see tan, with the tor bach over the top, the small roof over the top. But otherwise it's always a. That's the good news. I'll have handouts for you as well, so that afterwards, otherwise everyone just stares at their handout. So a b is always b. Yeah, b is always b. And you can see up there, balloon. In fact, there's a tor bach over the, there to sort of lengthen it a bit, so it's balloon. Oh, that's a balloon as well, okay. K. So that's like our K, isn't it? Again, it doesn't disappear like it does in, I don't know how people teach English to anyone, because of, you know, like nice, or it could be cat, or it could be lots of things, but it's K. So there are some sounds that we don't make in our language, and they're the ones I think we can be a little bit hesitant with. So, ch. Would you like to have a little go at ch? So we're not used to making that sound, and we can flatten it a bit and drop it. What would be nice, you know, when you learn a language, if you can get yourself into the, almost like character, isn't it? You know, like if you're speaking Italian, and this is a lesson, I remember Elwyn Hughes teaching this, and I think it's brilliant, is that, you know, we sort of flatten our vowels. For example, car park. Car park. It depends where you come from in the country, but it would be car park. If it was car park, car. So, ch. Okay, what have we got for ch? Chwibban, which is whistle up there, chwibban. No problem. The. Where do you live? What county do you live in? Gwynedd. It's like the when we say the hard the. So Gwynedd, double D, Gwynedd. Again, is always It doesn't, like at the end of the word nice, it doesn't disappear. It's just So we have elephants. So it was originally a Welsh word, the English pinched it. Wait, have we done F? I haven't done F yet. Okay, so there is no V. In this F is the B sound. And we've got the double F, F. Okay, and in, I'm going to get a much stronger and bigger one of these soon. I was given this. So in English, of. It's exactly the same. So you need to panic about it. It's always, the double F is the same. We do the same, off and of. Finesse. G is G. Gwely, G. G is always the same. H, same. This is E dots. And again, with the word, I'm choosing the word nice again. It would be something like nicke in Welsh. This is the E sound. E dot it's called. E dot, because there is another sort of E sound, and we'll come to that in a minute. J, same as our J. There is no K, we just had the K sound is the C. So we've got L, same again. Now here's another one for you. You're doing it really well. You've done it really good.
My brother's called Swelling.
Well, there you go. You were right on it, weren't you? Any more sisters? Anyone? I can even feel, because we don't have it in our language, that you have to sort of change the way you use your mouth for some sounds. So I'm taking this from a video. I saw a teacher doing this one once, and I think it's great. So he was talking about the two sounds, the and the which we can be a little bit shy about using. And he used this metaphor, a saw sawing through wood. And so, you know, when there's no teeth going this way, it's I thought that was really good, and I've pinched it shamelessly. Is just and is just What have they got for Nader, snake, nader. Again, with this one, is a letter. All the double letters you see are letters. So it'd be interesting when you play Scrabble. So again, though, it's a sound that we use, don't we? You know, all the time when we're thinking or anything. So it's just that it's counted as one letter. So oh, I love this one. Right, this one. This one can really, really let us down. It depends where we come from in England, I think. But you know that O sound? Never, never, never. It's O. It's just O. Yeah? O. So no, it's always O. An O sound. And we're going to practice it. Don't be worried. I think we have that, don't we? In some words. Yeah? Pharaoh and Philistine and the PH. So that is the F sound, slightly different. I like speaking languages, and I think it's very strange to live in a country and not learn the language. I feel like an expat, and it removes you from the community. Equally, learning the language helps you become part of the community and understand the community. The more you learn, the humour, you know, etc. You don't have to go like mad. It's just and RH. Anybody know anybody using RH? Rhiannon, yeah, Rhiannon. Do you want to try saying Rhiannon? Just same with that one. So the difference between the double D, if somebody's called Gwynedd, or the county of Gwynedd, if someone is called Gwynedd, the name Gwynedd. So that is how to remember it. It's the soft way of saying it, not the hard double D. We use it for both, don't we, in English? Don't worry. You're going to get loads of practice with this. And here's another really interesting one. We don't use this in the same way. Bedol. Bedol is horseshoe. And it's a sort of it's a bit more similar to the German U. Does anybody speak German? It's not or U or ours changes all the time, but it is bedol. So it's got that slightly. Do you remember I said there was an E dot? The short E dot. This is the E. It's sort of. I think it's. I have to change the way I have to put my tongue. It's sort of a bit like E. But E. Like if you're fluent, you're rhugl in a language. Ooh. Okay. Balloon. And finally, And means the as well. And it rhymes. When you see so there was a pub called Bedol in the next village, that's the horseshoe. So mae'n dipyn bach o daith o ddechrau siarad Cymraeg. Ond rwan ar ôl blynyddoedd, dwi'n teimlo lot mwy rhan o cymuned. Yeah. Some vowels for you to practice first. So, da. Da means good. Da. Yeah, da iawn. And a lot of people think I used to think it was da iawn. It's da iawn. The word is iawn. So, da iawn is da iawn. But it sounds like da iawn. Yeah? So da. Do you want to have a go at da? Da. South, there. 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 Yeah? And do you know the north is gogledd? So gogledd and there. So that's the air sound, there, south. Do. Not do. Never, never do. No. It's do. Yes. One of the S's. Yes, do. Do? Yeah, brilliant. Do. Ah, what about this one? Di. To get to practice that little, have a go at di. Di. Eto? I'll say eto, I mean again, all right? See, I said eto. 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 So that means again when I say that to you. So do. Okay. Di. Di. Brilliant. Eto? Eto? Okay. And, duh. So, your, something belonging to you. De het di, your hat. Your hat. So, duh. So you see the Y there is the sound, the D and Y. So, duh. Your something. So I've put there as the D. Sorry. Your black house. Don't worry about that. It's a joke. It's not very funny. Pam. Well, achos Elwyn Hughes wedi gofyn I mi. O'n I ddim yn feddwl am bod yn tutor o gwbl. Mae Elwyn Hughes roedd Elwyn Hughes yn gwybod bod mae gen I brofiad fforddi pobl. Dyna pam nath o deitha fi, da chi'n ffansio bod yn tutor Cymraeg? A nhw ddo, ella. So, yeah, ges I fforddiant I bod yn tutor a o'n i'n really mwynhau wneud o. Okay, so place names. Llanberis. Llanberis. Pawb? Everyone? Pawb? Eto? Eto? Nantperis. Llandudno. Llandudno. Eto? Llanfairfechan. Da iawn. So break it up into 3. Llanfairfechan. Eto? So when I used to come on holiday here from Birmingham, we used to stay with a Welsh family, the friends of the family, and we used to say, oh, we love it in Llanfairfechan. And this Welsh guy, I remember being in the back of the car with my 2 sisters, and he drilled us all the way. He picked us up from somewhere, and we were all in the back, on the back seat going, Llanfairfechan. I've never forgotten it. Llanfair fechan. So eto, Llanfair fechan. Yeah, Llanfair fechan and Conwy. Conwy. That's it. No, we have to put an A in it, don't we? In Conwy, it's Conwy. Conwy. Pawb? Conwy. Oh, look, they're getting longer and longer now. Pen Rhyndei Drive. You're gonna have, I'm going to split that up for you. I've got handouts of these and I'll give them to you so you can practice them, okay? So, where am I? Here we are, look. Pen Rhyndei Drive. And you don't want to look at those words anyway, I'm going to give them to you. It's, if you look at me, Pen Rhyndei Drive. Pen Rhyndei Drive. Give it a go. Pen Rhyndei Drive. Because you've also got the RH in there as well, haven't you? So you've got it all going on in there. Well, you can practice it again later, don't worry. Oh, I'm being really mean now. Dwi gyfylchu. So what you've got here, I'm just giving you examples. So you've got dwi gyfylchu. You've got all sorts of sounds going on there, haven't you? Does anyone want to give it a go? Dwi gyfylchu. Right, I'm going to leave that one for now. Your faces, you're not enjoying that one at all. How about Abergwyngregin? Eto? Da iawn, Abergwyngregin. I am going to make you do this one. Llanerch. Llanerch, medd. So I've split it up for you. It's a name of it. So Llanerch y medd. Llanerch y medd. So again, Llanerch, medd. Llanerch y medd. Da iawn. You look really tired. You all look exhausted already. That's really good. And I think it is hard work. You've got to work. But it's also important to have that kind of fun. My most memorable experiences of being taught is by tutors who are able to bring that into the class. Relax everybody and have a little bit of fun, not just, you know, very dry, concentrating on the kind of mechanisms of the language rather than just speaking and having fun. And we, hello, and we, hello, and that's another one. Hello, no, hello. It's hello, hello, hello. Hello, and we. Fantastic, what accents they were, that was really good. Da iawn. Okay, do you know how to say I live in somewhere? Dwi'n byw. Dwi'n byw. Dwi'n byw yn Llanberis. Dwi'n byw yn Llanberis. Dwi'n byw yn Llanberis. Dwi'n byw yn Llanberis. I'll give you the handout with it afterwards. You don't need to write it down, you need to say it. Dwi'n byw yn Llanberis, okay? So, I'm going to say it and then you're all going to say it together, okay? So, dwi'n byw yn Llanberis. Eto? Da iawn. Bangor. Da iawn. Okay. So, dwi'n dysgu Cymraeg. Dwi'n dysgu Cymraeg. Dwi'n dysgu Cymraeg. Pawb? Dwi'n dysgu Cymraeg. You're going to need this one, aren't you, really? Dwi'n dysgu Cymraeg. Yeah? Dwi'n dysgu Cymraeg. Yeah? So, pawb, dwi'n dysgu Cymraeg. Oh, congratulations. Llongyfarchiadau, dwi'n dysgu Cymraeg. Dwi'n dysgu Cymraeg. Dwi'n dysgu Cymraeg. Dwi'n dysgu Cymraeg. Okay, dwi'n dysgu Cymraeg. Da iawn eto! Da iawn, fantastic. Okay, so I want you to get up and move around a bit and talk to each other and just say hello, hello, if you want to say hello. You don't have to say hello, but you can say andwi, dwi'n dysgu Cymraeg. Hefyd, da iawn. Efo dysgwyr, dwi'n meddwl dyna peth, really, just deith y pobl, dysgu sut i deud, dwi'n dysgu Cymraeg, siarad yn araf yn bach, os gwelwch yn dda, neu please. Ac hefyd, ar ôl i ti dysgu dipyn bach, peidiwch y phoeni os fedrwch chi ddim yn cofio gair Cymraeg. Just deud y gair yn Saesneg. Cos peth pwysig ydy'r siarad efo rhywun. So, dydy pobl Cymraeg ddim yn meindio. Mae lot o pobl Cymraeg yn neud yr un fath. So mae'n mwy pwysig i cael y sgwrs efo rhywun. Diolch. You all know that one, do you? Diolch. Do you want to have a go at diolch? Diolch. Da iawn. Lots of, I can hear lots of. Okay, dysgu. Dysgu. Dwi'n dysgu Cymraeg. Dwi'n dysgu Cymraeg. Heddiw is today. Heddiw is today. Da iawn. Heddiw. Again, the double D. Heddiw. Hefyd is also. Heno. Very good. Brilliant. Oh, there. Oh, heno is tonight. Heddiw is today. Iawn. Da iawn. Iawn is like okay. Iawn. Hwyl. 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 Remember the O and the Hwyl. Hwyl. That's bye. Literally means fun. Nice way of saying goodbye, isn't it? Iawn. Iawn, okay. Iawn, okay, so that's okay or fine. Rwan. It's not that different in South Wales, but they say it back to front for some reason. Nawr. Samai, Samai. You heard people saying that? Samai, Samai. I think it's more sort of, how's it going? How is it? How's it going? Samai, Samai petha. And sit is how. And is in. So we've got dwi'n byw, and we're doing that. Dwi'n dysgu. And it's, so dwi'n neud something, but when you're trying to describe yourself, it's the other way around. So it's dwi'n dysgu, dwi'n byw, but when you're talking about yourself, who I am, it's an dwi, vicar a dwi. Anyway, all you've got to do, I'm going to do all of that now. You're going to be doing that next week, but now you've got to move, get up and walk around a little bit and speak to somebody else and say, you know what to say, don't you? An dwi, dwi'n dysgu Cymraeg. Well, I ended up teaching Welsh, which is part of my work, but also my other work, which was training. I could train in Welsh, but I think a bit more than that as well. It's that understanding and making sure everything was bilingual. So everything we produced was bilingual. And I used to take a long time sending out bilingual emails. So it helped it a lot learning Welsh, I think. And people, you know, it's the heartland of the language really, and people want to employ Welsh speakers. But that wasn't my main reason for doing it, to be honest. I just was drawn to learning Welsh. Yeah. And it's great. I love it. I love speaking Welsh. Quiz bach. See how you spell quiz in Welsh, look. Oh, the S, I forgot to tell you the S is a Z. Quiz, there is no Z. Quiz. Well, Welsh is one of the oldest. One of the oldest. There's a bit of a debate about it because Basque is ancient. They can trace it back to Neolithic, but still, that language, Welsh language, and Albanian actually. Yeah, Albanian is ancient, so the debate continues, but it's very, very, very old. And some words that we use in English actually have their roots in the old language, because what we now know as Welsh was spoken all over a big part of the British Isles, from the south of England right up to, well, above Strathclyde. Have people heard about the counting sheep in Cumbria? Counting sheep in Welsh still. So, for example, the River Avon is derived from the word afon. Also, dad is derived from tad, and it's used in many other Indo-European languages. So Welsh is an Indo-European language. And also crag is from, crag in English. If you go cragging or climbing or go up to the crag, it's craig, or the Cornish carreg, because that's the same root language that was spoken across that part of England. Scotland and Wales and England is represented in the Union flag. False. Okay, do you know why? It isn't. No, you're right. Did you know it's not? Wales isn't represented in the Union flag at all. No, it's just Scotland and England. An island. No, is it? Is it? Oh, the red bit, yeah, you're right, yes. Yeah. Cheeky things, aren't they, Ireland as well? Wow. People start speaking Welsh when you walk into a shop or pub. So, you think it's true or not true? My answer to that is I've put paranoia written down here. Talking about you, but they would have been speaking Welsh before you got in the pub, most definitely. But how did you score? It's quite good, wasn't it? Okay, well done. The time has flown. So we've done, I'm going to ask, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to see if you remember any words before we go. I'm going to have to turn that round, and I've got some handouts to give you to practice, okay? So, what, do you remember the Bierd? I'm going to ask you Bierd, something, and Saesneg. So what is something in English, that is, okay? So Bierd, diolch, and Saesneg. Da iawn. Bierd, byw, and Saesneg. Live. Da iawn. Bierd iawn. Okay, Bierd hwyl. Da iawn. Okay, Bierd heno. Da iawn. Heddiw? Da iawn. 10 out of 10, dwi'n meddwl. Hefyd. Bierd hefyd in Saesneg? Right, so you're going to remember it next week as well, aren't you? Okay, Bierd, I'm learning Welsh in Welsh. Eto? Eto? Diolch yn fawr iawn, fantastic. Well done everybody, that was really, really good. I'd say there's so many benefits to learning Welsh. I would definitely go for it. And you're in charge of it. So if you don't feel like the class is working for you or a certain way is working for you, I don't think it matters if you're online. Some people do really well with other, I don't know if I can say names of other things, but say something in Welsh. I know people have come out with long sentences quite early on in their learning journey. And try and enjoy it. So don't expect it's going to be easy. So take responsibility, but make sure you enjoy it. And if it isn't fun, find something that is fun. And definitely, listen to music and maybe even sing. Joining a choir or singing is excellent. It's amazing what level of language you can use when you're singing compared to speaking. Yeah. I'm going to give you your handouts. So these are the Hitchhiker's Guide to Learning Cymraeg. I mean, I don't know, but when I go to another country, I want to be able to ask for a cup of coffee and a cup of tea and say hello and talk about the weather. It's a good starting place, isn't it? And if people do babble back at you quickly, just say, I've got that for you next week, but dwi'n dysgu Cymraeg. And the next sentence is siarad yn araf, os gwelwch yn dda, or please. So, it's fair enough to say that to people. But if you can find them, I had a friend who lived nearby and she was really supportive, and she used to go to, take me to Welsh dramas and children's rhymes. If you can look up those online, they've got the patterns in them. And if you have them to music as well, it really helps you learn. I've got quite a couple of cheeky ones to give you. I'll send you some links this week of things, a grown-up link with some, but it's got the English translation underneath because it's got some quite difficult terms, but it's a funny one. And then some children's rhymes. Although they sound childish, they're really good for your patterns and that. And we are out of time. I think we are, aren't we? Oh, we've gone over. Good. That's a good sign. Hwyl fawr. Hwyl fawr. Hwyl. I love it. I love speaking Welsh. And I like being in a situation now when somebody picks up an accent that's not Welsh and they say, oh, dach chi'n dysgu Cymraeg? I say, na ci, dwi wedi dysgu Cymraeg. So dwi'n mwy ar ôl blynyddoedd. Fydra i'n dweud hwnna yn ôl. Yeah.